Hello Aries, my name is Camille and this is Millennial Tarot. Welcome to your October 2017 reading. Just like last month, I will be pulling 3 cards from the Rider-Waite Tarot deck as well as an overall, oh my god. Should I start over the video? Should I just make a mistake or should I start over? These are Aries, people watching me. Ah! Here we go. The Rider-Waite Tarot deck and the Mel Brown Aboriginal Oracle to get an overall energy, overall message at the end for your reading. Okay. So, oh my god. I just want to thank everyone. I am all over the place. Gemini. Hello. I am very grateful for your views and your likes and your shares and subscribes from last month. Incredibly awesome to me to go from 0 to like 70. I don't know. I'm just so sentimental in that way. So, let's get to it, Aries. Excuse me while I retreat. Universe, Spirit Energy, what are the messages for Aries? October 2017. All right. Oh, lovely. Okay. In the past position, or a past that makes sense for you, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Present position, the 3 of Wands, and in the future position we have the 6 of Cups. So the story is so clear to me. It came out like, you know, like Aries the Ram, just like, I mean, I can give you this in a very like blase term. You're upset, you're looking for new options, and then you feel okay again. But let's delve a bit more deeply. So the 5 of Pentacles card is just feeling left out in the cold. Feeling, you know, in my generation, FOMO. Fear of missing out. Fear, not even the fear, just you are missing out. Literally. Feeling on the outside looking in. Depression. Upsetness. Feeling a little bit of disappointment. Perhaps you were striving for a goal and it didn't pan out. Feeling maybe even a little bit betrayed. It's a Pentacles card. You could have, this disappointment or upsetness could have been at the hands of yourself if you have any earth placements in your chart, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus, or it could have been those energies manifesting in someone else in your life who is making you feel this way. But one thing that I always enjoy about this card, I don't know if that was the right word, is that you're not alone. You do have 2 people here in this card. And what I've always learned is that though this card is you being upset, feeling a little bit like a wanderer with no aim, feeling a little bit aimless, which is super disturbing for Aries, the Ram, because you guys have goals and you just go for it. So you must be feeling a little bit disturbed in your energy field or just in your life. But you have someone there with you who is braving the winter with you. So this could be a friend, it could be support from your family, it could be you leaning on spirit, on tarot readings, whatever foundation you have, whatever faith that you have. So if this is resonating for you and you're feeling like you're kind of in this energy still now, or, you know, it's not too far behind where you can't forget it exactly, I do want you to kind of take heed and realize the people who are in the cold with you. And the Pentacles card, I forgot to mention, it could have also been you lost a job, you lost some money. It's like my voice took on a whole new tone because this card is just so upsetting to see. Feeling bereft, emotionally, physically, especially if it has to do with money, house, your career, feeling like you're not making strides or comparing yourself to others who are more successful. That's this card in the past. But in the future position, it's kind of like, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. But instead of rain, it's like snow. And I assure you that I actually can sing. I'm just really good at not singing well. Does that make sense? Like, I love fake singing terribly. But anyway, so we have the Three of Wands here. And skies have cleared up, right? We have this yellow backdrop, sunshine. You're a little bit more clear, but you're not yet where you want to be. So this is kind of a guy, especially in conjunction with what I'm picking up and in conjunction with this Five of Pentacles. You're kind of just like, all right, I've gotten through the thick of the depression. I've gotten through the thick of the upset, and I'm kind of at this place where I can like, and kind of like look, see what my options are, see where it is I can go. The weather has cleared up so I can actually see the terrain that I'm walking on, but you haven't started walking yet. And you're in this place of hopeful, optimistic anticipation of where it is that you could be going next. And in the future position, we have the Six of Cups. So quite literally, this could mean that upset, like I said in the beginning, you're feeling maybe now in October 2017 that you've left most of that behind and you're ready to take more steps forward to leave whatever was bothering you back there. And this might be a childhood friend who's helping you through this. It could be whoever's in this. Yo, I just saw this. Okay, so, sorry, I always interrupt my own self in these videos. So you see how there are two people here and they're kind of, left out in the cold. This also, they're outside of a church, so you could be feeling a little bit abandoned by your own faith. You're feeling like God and the universe is not playing fair. But I assure you that they are, and it's always going to be for good. And then it's not the exact same two people, but it's two people pictured here, completely different backdrop, completely different foreground. We have way more cheery energy happening here as juxtaposed with this. And it's almost like, yo, we got through this together, and now look at where we are. So just going off of the imagery, maybe you were going through hard times with a friend. Not hard times like between you two, but you guys were a unit and you guys were separately going through issues where you guys could kind of lean on each other. Maybe you're in a relationship that went kind of south in the recent past and you guys have had to brave that winter. Or just quite literally only you were going through the time, but someone was out there with you. And look at you guys now. You guys have reached this place of 6, which is a balance. 5 is unbalanced. Just think of wheels on a car. We always want to have an even number rather than an odd number if we're trying to achieve any type of stability anywhere. So you went from being unbalanced and upset here to being a little bit more balanced and way more cheery. And it's so lovely because whoever this other person is circling around you, it's definitely another person physically. Or, yes, someone is guiding you from the spirit plane. If you feel like a presence, please don't be freaked out and scared by this. But if maybe someone has passed, or you just believe generally in guardian angels and spirits looking and taking care of you from beyond the veil, then maybe that could represent that as well. And someone's with you. I don't know why I'm getting so emotional. I have no Aries in my chart, and I'm taking this so personally. But if this was happening to you, someone is looking out for you. And I see them here really relishing that you are able to get back to this place of feeling okay. And this is a nostalgia card, so it could just be you've gotten through the storm clouds and you're, waxing poetically or thinking poetically about things that happened in the past, things that bring you joy and comfort through these tough times that you may have been going through. It could be someone coming up from the past. It could be you just thinking nostalgically about things that bring you joy. It could, and I'm going to pull some clarifying cards. I don't know why I feel so sad. But it's like a happy ending, but it's so emotional for me. Someone's with you. And they really are supporting you. They have your back. If this is just you and you're really like, yo, I ain't got nobody, then this is just your energy, and maybe it could be God, spirit. Then if you don't even believe in that, it could just be the two people within yourself who you know yourself to be. Sometimes we have different aspects of ourselves that come out during like rough times, and different aspects of ourselves that come out during good times. And it's like kind of, it could be just dualities within your own personality. But you're able to get back to a place of feeling more refreshed, feeling childlike, a bit more happy here. You're feeling way more pleased with your options. We do have Pentacles, Fires, and Cups. So, you know, the signs that go along with that. So, any earth sign that was making you feel this way, any fire sign that is, or just, it could be any fire sign maybe coming in, helping you make whatever choice you have here at the Three of Wands. Or it could be, you know, the fire is what, and your fire. Fire, this is you. Fire is what lifts us up out of any sad time and gets us to start going in a direction where we feel a little bit better. And then we have here the Six of Cups, emotional well-being. Cups are emotions, and the person that you could be with, sharing your emotional harvest with, could be a water sign. So let's get clarity here for Aries. This such a beautiful story. Okay. Cool. All right. So clarifying the Five of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords always reminds me of Aquarius, although the King of Swords is technically the Aquarian card here. But it's an air sign, and my favorite quality, or the quality that always jumps out the most about the Queen of Swords, is that she's so completely discerning, and she's so objective. She appears to be a little bit detached, a little bit aloof, but she's really in this place of trying to make a decision that will benefit her and the people around her. So I'm getting that while you were going through whatever rough time that you were going through, you know, be it at the hands of love, romance, career, finances, or unfortunately health. By the way, I didn't speak on this before. If it's health and you maybe got a scary diagnosis, or you've just been feeling off, you know, it can range in the scale from being completely innocuous to being a little bit more devastating. But it's cured. It's over. It's done. You're healed with the Six of Cups here. But yeah, so I get that you were retreating within, and this was kind of like your thought process during this time. Yes, you were kind of left out in the cold. It could be a little bit of an emotional time, but I get that you, Aries, were trying to really see it clearly, what was going on to you, really trying to get down to the actual logic behind the matter, get down to the actual how-tos and how to get out of this and how do I go through this. And it could be also, you know, there's a myriad of ways which this Queen of Swords could be showing up. This could be the other person. So if the other person is a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, an air sign person, that could have been the person that causing you the heartbreak or was in the heartbreak with you, trying to lift you up. In the present position, clarifying the Three of Wands, we have the Queen of Pentacles. And this just further, like, I love it when tarot is so cool, right? Tarot always, like, gives me messages, and then I'm, like, pulling another card, and it's like, yeah, that was the right message. So I feel, like, very confident that whatever you were going through, in October, it's over. And we have the yellow backdrop here. We have sunny skies. And we have the Queen of Pentacles looking down lovingly at her pentacle. And it's like you might have been so beaten and battered. I don't want to be like overly dramatic, but I do want to get down to the gravity of the matter, which could have been that you were really upset. And sometimes when you're upset, it's hard to even like be in the world and do like basic things. And I always remind people that the pentacles, while they do mean money, they also just represent basic ins and outs of life. So you could have had a hard time even getting up and doing stuff. You could have had a hard time just even maintaining what it is to like live and be a human on this planet, you know, just doing basic mundane things like grocery shopping. And so when I have the Queen of Pentacles here, it's kind of like that's lifted. And you're here relishing whatever material comforts you have. You're here out in the world. Again, it's so hard to like kind of go and maintain like a facade when you're going through something and you have to like get your oil changed or go to work. And I get here that you feel like that's lifted and you're in a place now where simple things that may have been a little bit difficult are okay again, and you're kind of in this place of being grateful for what you have and being a little bit more rooted in your finances. If it was a finance disappointment, you're getting some of it back, or you're balancing and budgeting in a way where you don't feel like thrown off completely. If this was a love relationship, you're kind of at a place, I always, it's good to go by the traditional meanings, but the pictures also mean something. It's kind of like she's sitting here like, it's like you have something, and you could have been going through a bad time, but it's kind of like you're deciding what to do next. You're like, okay, I got it. I'm moving forward. What could I do? And then while you're also in that mindset, you're like, okay, also this is what I have. So you're kind of like in this place now of recuperating emotionally, financially. I don't want to say losses because I don't think it could have been like a physical loss what happened, but it's kind of like you're recouping whatever was drained from you. And then we have, to clarify, the 6 of Cups, we have the 8 of Wands. And just like how in the past position I thought, or I'm picking up really, that this was you, even though I know you're a fire sign, but you were maybe battling in your head. So the swords are always the mental, cerebral cards. They're the decisions we make, how we think, how we're thinking when we're alone. Kind of like that introspective energy. And so here again, it's kind of like the rain clouds have departed. The worst of it is over. You have whoever you were in this with. They're here with you. Or you have whatever you were in it with, because you have your pentacle here. Even if it's just one pentacle, you got it. But you're kind of in this place like stagnation. You're like, is it truly over? I was feeling so upset. How could it be? Is it over? Are we out of the woods yet? Kind of like that feeling. But the 8 of Swords, and all swords really, or some swords, most swords, are about the limitations that we force upon ourselves. So this woman could easily untie herself and walk away free from the swords, but she has decided to stay blindfolded. So Aries, if there's any part of yourself, any thought pattern, idea that is making you feel trepidatious, making you a little bit worried about what's to come, what's the next right move, and if you're feeling a little bit anxious about it, I want you to know that that's completely of your own making, and that there's nothing to be anxious about, because it's all coming up roses here. Those aren't roses, but it's all coming up roses. You're kind of in this place. You're getting back to a place where you are going to be okay again. And you may be doubting it. You may be like, what if something bad happens again? You may be so rattled up from what happened that you're not really fully relishing in what is to come, the good that is presenting itself to you and that is on the way here with these 3 of Wands. So sticky, these cards. But it's here for you, and the anguish that you're going through is of your own making, and you can choose to step out of it if you wanted to. I'm going to pull now an oracle card from the Aboriginal Dreamtime Oracle deck by Mel Brown. Can we have some clarity here in Aries? What is the lasting impression? What is the story? What is the spirit message for this? Patience. So we all know the definition of patience, but let me read what is in this book. LMNOP. Okay. Life feels out of control right now, and it's hard to see the light through the dust. You continually turn yourself inside out, trying to find ways to deal with the situation. You are so focused on this situation that you don't realize that sometimes it's not in your ability to control. Hand this situation over to the person who is truly in control of it and just simply step away. Yeah, talk about feeling out of control. I think I mentioned in the beginning that it's kind of a woo kind of energy for you, especially Aries, to feel this way. And you could have been feeling completely out of control, completely like whatever. And what the Oracle card is telling you, not only just, here we have the definition of the word patience, which is good times are going to come back. Your peace, your happiness, and your joy will come back as long as you're willing to wait that out. But just judging by what it says in this book, it's hard to see how. It's hard to see how it's going to come back. It's hard to see how you're going to be okay again, especially, to give an example. It's hard when you break up to see how you're ever going to like someone again, or to see how someone's ever going to like you again. Like, it's so hard when you're in the throes of whatever despair you're going through to see how it's ever going to be okay again. But with patience, it will. And I especially love how at the end of the definition of this card, it said it's not in your control, and to kind of surrender that. And that's what I was feeling here with these two people. If they mean spirit or God to you, then that is something that you need to let go and let God in this situation. The reason that you're feeling this way is because you're trying to control it and you can't. And I think the best option for you, Aries, is to kind of just take a step back, to really wait it out. But I'm getting here that the worst is over. And to know, and I know for you, that this is the eventual outcome. 6 of Cups. Back to a place of sharing, of wellness, of childhood-like happiness, of feeling the way that nostalgia makes you feel warm and comforted. So I hope that was good for you, Aries. I hope that you were able to take something from this reading. If not, be sure to check your moon, your rising, your Mercury, your Venus, and your Mars. I hope that you like, share, and subscribe, and that you will tune in next month for your November 2017 reading. And I just want to end this video by saying that it's all going to be okay. I know that sounds so lame to say, but I just know for you, it's whatever bad thing happened, you're being cradled and you're being nurtured and supported and directed by the universe, and that it all, when you look back, would have been for your own evolution, for your own happiness, and for your own love, and for your own joy. And I wish for you in this month of October to know that it's never over until the happy part. And if it's not the happy part yet, then it's not over. There's still stories to be told. There's still journeys. There's still paths to be taken. And I know for you that the happy ending is the only ending. All right. I hope that worked for you. And bye.